Greetings, everyone.
It's an all-Western Conference matchup in today's game as the Clippers come into town for this one. Welcome, everyone. Thanks for tuning in to 2K Sports as we get set to bring you some terrific NBA action. This is Kevin Harlan, and here with me tonight, Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and Doris Burke reporting from the sideline. So Golden State will get the first possession. We've got a chance here to set the floor, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for this one. Setting the floor for the Clippers. Inside, it's Griffin and Jordan. Chris Paul and J.J. Redick are the guards. And it's Mbah a Moute into the 3 slot.
Last season, the Clippers came away with the 3rd seed out west. They were very tough in conference and managed to get 37 of their 56 wins against Western Conference teams.
Now, here's Curry. Sinks it. What range from outside. Wow. Curry's got 6.
That is a real nice-looking deep 3 ball there, fellas.
Yeah, Clark, major confidence on display.
Paul goes in. Klay Thompson grabs the miss. Golden State's gone 2 of 2 from 3-point range here in the first quarter. And it's Curry again from deep. He's got 9.
And a really good way to start the game. He's a guy who, if he gets it going early, he's going to give you problems.
Looking to end the run, and Paul lays it in.
Oh, terrific work finishing a soft move like that. The finger roll.
Outside Curry. A chance there to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. For Los Angeles, they've gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. And Mbah a Moute can't get it to go. Golden State's gone 3 of 4 on 3-pointers in the first quarter, doing well from long range. Curry attacking, and he drops it in from the low post. Curry's got 11 points.
And early on, they've been nearly perfect from the floor. Just the one miss here on their first 5 attempts.
Dishes it to Mbah a Moute. Griffin against Green. Clippers moving the ball around. 5 to shoot. Stolen by Thompson. Green kicks to Curry. Jacks up a 3, and he gets the bucket. 14 points for him.
All these open 3s they're giving up have really been the driving force of this run.
And the points are starting to add up in a hurry, especially when you're giving up those looks from deep.
And he gets the bucket.
And turning down what would have been a tough shot for himself into an easy one for his teammate.
Well, at this point in his career, Clark, it's safe to call Chris Paul one of the all-time great point guards.
Yeah, without question. I mean, for a long time, it was hard to argue that Chris Paul wasn't the top point guard in the league. Even now, you can make arguments for others, but Paul is always going to be in the conversation.
And here is Paul after the 3-pointer from Stephen Curry.
Warriors foul call. Stephen Curry. That's his first.
And guys, what do you think about the offensive approach so far that we've seen for the Warriors?
Guys, they are dialed in from beyond right now. They didn't waste any time getting into a groove in this game.
Also, what passing we've seen from them here early. I mean, there could be a big number in the assist column if this keeps up.
That one is no good. And it's the Warriors' ball. They're on a 17-5 run here. Lets it go from deep. Another 3 for Golden State.
And they are starting to pull away here as the shots continue to fall.
Yeah, I agree with you. A big run taking place right now, and it looks to be the beginning of the end.
And J.J. Redick picks up the foul. That's his first foul.
And really, these are some of the toughest calls an official has to make.
Yeah, but in this case, I think he got it right. I mean, the defender was still moving there and never really had good legal guarding position. He wasn't set.
Curry attacking, and it's blocked by Jordan.
And despite that miss, a strong start for them offensively.
Yeah, they're scoring with confidence, Greg, making them count in the early going here.
Now, here's Mbah a Moute. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one. And we're just over 3.5 minutes into the first quarter. Here's Curry. Gets it to go for bucket number 8. He's taken just 10 shots.
He's finding all kinds of ways to get it done. What a quarter he's having.
Curry with the steal. Inside. Takes the 3. Good for the basket. Number 9. He's only missed 2 shots from the floor all night. We all know about the Splash Brothers, but it seems everyone on Golden State now can hit a 3. They set a franchise record in made threes last year at 883 triples.
Incredible.
Wow.
I mean, they can stretch you out as well as anyone, and it's why they are so good going small. I mean, they did lead the league in three-point percentage last year, making almost 40% of those threes.
A platoon swap here for the Clippers. There's 1:54 left here in the first quarter. There's a screen to the middle. Knocked away. And up the court come the Warriors on the break. Curry's got the ball. And it's good. Looking quite sharp with 10 of 12 shooting tonight.
For the Warriors, guys, not only did they lead the league in three-point percentage, they also hit about 45% of their three-point attempts from the corner. That's the highest percentage 3 on the court. He always knows where his teammate's going to be, and Kevin, that will let him put the ball where he wants it, right waiting for him.
Now here's Curry. He's got 27, and he gets it to go.
That's far too good a look to give them from behind the arc.
3 of their last 5 makes come from beyond the arc. The defense has to react quicker. And how about 45% from the corner 3? That is absurd, especially when you consider that the Warriors would put it up from anywhere. You look at the numbers from last year, and what this team did from beyond the arc was simply phenomenal.
Curry brings the double, feeds it to Pierce. The 3. The shot is off. Great D that time from Green. Warriors leading by 23. It's Curry outside. Another 3 for Golden State.
Outstanding start from three-point range. Their shooters are on fire.
Really makes them a hard team to guard because they space you out so well.
Now here's Pierce. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him.
Oh, the turnaround jumper. That was just beautiful.
Rivers against Curry. He feeds it to Ezeli. Back to Curry. And that one's good. Curry's got 37.
You could not diagram a better way to open a quarter.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, look at the lead they've jumped out to already. What a start.
2 on the clock, and the layup is up and in.
Couldn't have dreamed of a much better start here than they've had today.
I think the offensive game plan they came in with was right on point. It's worked perfectly, and the lead they already have is proof in the pudding.
And now a chance to hear from Stephen Curry about the team's struggles of late.
Whether we made shots or not, we felt like we had.
You know, Clark, when you hear a talent as tremendous as Curry talk about what a struggle it is, you know you're watching just outstanding basketball.
Well, I tell you what, I like that kind of serious and focused attitude that it's really always been Curry's approach. It's one of the reasons he's always working to get better and hone and upgrade his game, and how he's able to take it that one notch forward each season.
Welcome back, folks. We'll see if we're in store for a more tightly contested quarter as we move here into the second. And, guys, we've seen the Warriors really take control here.
I just like the way they're getting out in the open floor, taking advantage of all those fast break chances here early on.
I agree with you, Greg. I mean, they can run, and they've done a good job filling the lanes in transition.
Here are the 5 the Clippers have to start the second. Chris Paul and J.J. Redick are the guards. Inside, it's Griffin and Jordan, and it's Mbah a Moute in at the small forward. Griffin can't get it to go in.
Terrific job that time defending at the rim. I mean, it's not an easy task stopping that fella when he's headed to the bucket like that. Good job.
Now here's Curry. He's got 39, and he gets it to go. Curry's got 41.
And just a little bit ragged defensively there, Clark.
Early on last year, it was clear Steph Curry was just on another level, was an MVP candidate right from the start of the season, and he would eventually be voted that award.
And I thought very deserving. You could see how he elevated his play, and so many of us, and so much talk focuses on what he does offensively. But he was ahead of the snake of a terrific defensive group for Golden State a season ago, and that's one reason why he ended up being the MVP.
Now, here's Mbah a Moute. Back to Paul. Griffin a screen on Thompson. Here's Paul. And off the front iron, and in it goes. Paul's got 4 points in the quarter.
He's so tough to guard. He can fake you one way and then just spin right by you. And with Curry winning his first NBA MVP award, he played the fewest minutes by an MVP in league history, mostly because his team was up by so much he got to sit a number of fourth quarters.
Now here's Curry. He's got 44. Clock at 4. Paul outside. The foul called on Festus Ezeli. That's his first foul. Wesley Johnson's checked in for Mbah a Moute.
And with Curry and the MVP, there was some pressure with Hart. Relatively close voting, but Curry was the clear winner. Hard to argue with the season he had, leading his team to 67 wins last year.
Los Angeles calls timeout. What a year for the Warriors. Clark won their division for the first time in 39 years, ran away with the very tough Western Conference.
And there were a number of surprises last season, Kevin, but the Warriors were at the top of the list. I mean, I don't think anybody, including you and I, pegged them to be as good as they were.
Especially the way the finals began.
Exactly. Griffin created the space for that shot.
The Warriors have gone 2 of 3 from the field here to open the second quarter. Curry. And again, it's the Warriors missing.
Well, after that great first quarter from outside, he's cooled down here.
And the wide open shot from Redick kept alive. Another shot. And it's off the back rim. No good.
That's something they need to do more of. Get after it on the glass. Go get those boards.
Clark, it wouldn't hurt. Some extra possessions would definitely help narrow the gap and maybe swing the momentum.
Green dishes to Curry. The good-looking shot from the wing. Curry's got 46 points.
And the Warriors won 51 games back in 2014, improved that mark by 16 wins last season. Among teams that won at least 50 games in the previous year, that 16-game improvement was an NBA record for the Warriors.
And so here are the Clippers. Paul outside. Down low. And then Griffin with the dunk.
A delicious dime from Chris Paul there.
And in the second quarter, a little under 3.5 minutes played already.
It goes without saying the Warriors set franchise records all over the place with their play. Their win total being the highest ever. But also of note, it was the first time they've won 50 games in back-to-back seasons. They seem to truly have arrived as a top-notch franchise in this current state of the NBA.
Steph Curry does so many things well, Clark, on the floor, but one area he had struggled with was turning the ball over.
Yeah, and after a slow start, Kevin, to the year in the turnover department, Curry was able to slowly right the ship.
And the Clippers making a change here. Cole Aldridge, he's checked in for Jordan. Green comes in for Blake Griffin. Jamal Crawford, he's checked in for J.J. Redick. And it's Rivers in for Paul. And here in the second quarter of action, as we approach 4 minutes played, it's Crawford with the drive, and Draymond Green picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
You know what? Tried to step in and cut him off, but just didn't get there quick enough.
Yeah, he was one step late that time, Greg.
Los Angeles making a switch here. Pierce is checked in. Here's Rivers. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him. Charity stripe shot. Bounces high off the rim and drops.
And Curry and his turnovers last year, a lot of it might have been getting used to a new system. But you can see he's also tightened up his play to reduce the giveaways.
An absolute bomb from three-point range. Curry's got 51.
He shot the ball exceptionally well as they've built this lead for themselves here.
A nice shot by Rivers.
And, you know, Curry knew turnovers were a problem. How about his mom even instituted a fine on him? And so anytime he has more than 3 in a game, he owes his mom $100 per turnover.
They've gotten a bunch of good looks and have been absolutely lethal from behind the three-point line.
Yeah, defensively, you have got to close out and contest. Even if it opens up some driving lanes, you can't give up those looks that often.
Here's Crawford. The third shot of the possession finally falls for him.
And that's another assist for a team that is putting on a clinic on how to share the ball.
And I love the mentality that they've had. If a shot isn't there, they're not forcing it. They're moving it side to side until they finally get the one. Defensively, they just look out of sync, not closing out on the threes in time.
Well, I think they're getting caught in that in-between zone, no man's land, giving up 3 straight from beyond the arc right now.
Over in the corner, Green. That doesn't go either for Green. Golden State's gotten half their shots from three-point range to go down in the second quarter. 3 of 6 from downtown.
That's a dozen straight points coming off the triple.
Yeah, Greg, you know, they're having free reign from beyond the arc. The defense is just not there.
And here's Rivers after the three-pointer from Stephen Curry. Ball's knocked loose.
Warriors foul. Andre Iguodala. That's his
Los Angeles shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the night.
And the season numbers for them at the line thus far are really poor. Something I'm sure they are making a point of emphasis.
Yeah, it's been a very frustrating season for them in that regard, guys.
First free throw is good. And Balamute's checked in for the Clippers. Rivers hits both of them. The Warriors have gone 7 for 10 here in the second quarter. They'd like to keep up that nice pace. Out of bounds, the Clippers take possession.
A temporary lapse of focus from him on that turnover. It's embarrassing, but on occasion it does happen.
Here's Los Angeles now. And Steph Curry with the foul. That's his 3rd foul so far. Bonus situation in effect, so we'll head to the free throw line for 2.
Not the guy you want to send to the line, Kevin.
Los Angeles shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game. And he makes the first. Rivers hits both of them. Curry. The shot is off. And through one half, it hasn't even been close. The Warriors on top, opening up a huge gap. And now we'll send it down to Dorothy.
Well, thank you, Kevin. Doc, what haven't you liked about the defense thus far?
A lot of things. Some of them was over turnovers, but.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey again, everybody. We've been watching a pretty lopsided game through the first half, that's for sure. I'm Ernie Johnson, joined again by Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. What a start it was for Stephen Curry. He had a scoring performance for the ages, putting up an enormous amount of points and also 3 steals. Taking a look at the Warriors, Kenny, what'd you think? And over to Shaq. Now your take on the... And now, folks, it's just about time for the third quarter to begin. We will see you after the final buzzer.
Welcome back, everybody. Third quarter just about to get going here in what has been so far a runaway game. Really an incredible game from Stephen Curry.
Boy, did he put on a show from beyond in that first half. Let's see if the halftime break has any cooling effect on him.
Well, I tell you what, we'll soon find out, because I guarantee they're going to keep feeding it to him behind the arc until he does cool off.
It's the Splash Brothers, Curry and Thompson. They're in the backcourt. Iguodala and Green are set at the forward spots, and it's Ezeli in at the 5. That's the Warriors' 5.
And you see the way Blake Griffin plays. He is a force. Very hard to contain him when he gets in close, just due to his strength and activity. Easy to see who's going to win that race.
Yeah, early offense is often easy offense. Excellent work that time.
For Griffin and his ability to create contact close, he's been called a bull in a china shop, something that I think Clarkie embraces.
Yeah, I think he'd rather be the bull than the china in that situation because of his strength and physicality. I think that's the right mentality to have as a power forward. These defenders are putting up very little resistance to the three-point shot.
And it's killing them. 4 of the last 5 makes coming from long range.
Well, you see Blake Griffin, and he is known for his huge dunks and ability to score, but he is a very well-rounded power forward. He's one of the best power forward passers in the league.
And for Griffin and his passing, often you'll see him set up teammates, Greg, for easy looks and dunks.
And with the amount of times that teams have to double team Griffin, that's huge. I mean, even when he's not scoring due to defenses focusing on him, he can still impact the game with his passing.
Blake Griffin hits them both.
And Coach Doc Rivers wears multiple hats for this organization. Not only is he the head coach, but also in charge of all basketball operations, really the leader in a lot of ways for this team.
Second half of basketball, just over a minute played so far. Curry passes to Ezeli. Iguodala outside. Some nice passing by Golden State. Curry. And another basket for Golden State. Thinking about Doc Rivers being a leader, he was like that on the floor, Clark, as well. You know that. You went against him.
A leader and a winner, no doubt about it. And there have been a lot of coaches that came from his old Celtics team. And of all of them, perhaps the least surprising is Doc Rivers, for the reasons we just mentioned. Leader and coach on the floor.
You know, you work hard all season, Greg, to try and get into the playoffs, then get a favorable first-round matchup. How about the Clippers last year? Followed those steps. They're rewarded with the first-round matchup against the defending champions of the league, the San Antonio Spurs.
And not only were the Spurs the defending champions, but they came in playing terrific basketball down the stretch, which is kind of what they are noted for. And the Clippers, though, did well, even though that was the case. No, it's scary because he's just been a matchup nightmare in this game. He's eaten up anybody they've thrown at him.
Inside, deflects the pass. Redick with it, picked up by Thompson. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Andre Iguodala. That'll be his second foul of the game.
Boy, I tell you, it was a tough road for the Clippers in the playoffs. They get by the Spurs in round 1 in a 7-game emotional series, then immediately have to go up against the Rockets in round 2.
Wesley Johnson's checked in for Mbah a Moute. Now the Warriors moving it up. Outside for Curry. From the top of the key, and the shot is good. Curry's got 11 in the second half.
And we all remember the Clippers would go up 3-1 against the Rockets. They had that 19-point lead in the fourth quarter of Game 6, but couldn't hold on to it and lose Game 7. And it was one of the biggest series collapses, really, in postseason history.
Pierce is checked in for Jordan. Just under 2.5 minutes into the third quarter now. Paul can't get it to go.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
And really a reflection of their superior effort level to this point. It seems to me they've gone after this win a little bit more.
Now the dish to Ezeli. Curry against Paul. Out to Thompson. In the corner, Iguodala with it. Pass to Curry. 6 on the shot clock. Shot is off. Some solid D from Paul. To the middle. It's stolen by Green. Here's Curry. What an incredible scoring display he has put on tonight. Sinks the triple.
They're in the position they're in right now, thanks in no small part to the show that he's putting on in this period.
Paul kicks to Johnson. That's tipped. They set the pick. Here's the 3. Can't get it to go. And it's the Warriors taking it the other way.
And Andre Iguodala, guys, one of the most unselfish players in the league. I mean, that unselfishness for me, too, is what was put to a test last season as the former All-Star was asked by his coach, Steve Kerr, to come off the bench for the Warriors. And you know what? He did it without complaint, putting the team first.
And it's Golden State's ball. They're on a 15-5 run here. Curry. The rebound by Johnson.
It would have been something to see if he could hit that shot from that deep.
Greg, you know it. I know it. There aren't very many guys that can hit from out there. But he is one of them. That's the kind of range he has.
And a lot of teams avoid the mid-range jumper, but they seem to be using it well.
I love that mid-range shot, Greg. It's definitely giving the defenders something extra to think about.
1:33 left in the third quarter.
Golden State foul call. Klay Thompson. That's his second.
And taking a quick look here at the hustle stats for the Warriors.
Boy, their hounding, harassing effort at the defensive end, very impressive. And they forced quite a few turnovers as a result.
Yeah, and the other thing they've done since the beginning of this game is score points off turnovers and in bunches.
And guys, Wesley Johnson, 4th overall pick back in the 2011 draft. Everyone thought he would have the jump shot to become a prolific scorer, and Clark, the length to defend at a high level.
Yeah, you know, in his rookie year, he averaged 9 points a game. Last year, his 5th, he averaged 10. I think it's to the point where he is what he is.
And they're really in a good position here, thanks in part to the way he's been able to score the basketball.
First personal foul, 10 seconds.
And the Clippers making a switch here. And Mbah-a-Moute's checked in.
You know, and getting back to Wesley Johnson, you kind of want to kidnap him and just chain him to a set of weights. I mean, he has all the natural ability in the world to be a difference maker, but he just lacks the strength to do anything with it. I mean, a voracious competitor in college. He's been relegated to marginal production at the pro level, and I really feel like a lot of it is because he physically struggles at times at this level.
They double-team Curry. They kick it out to Green. Shot clock at 5. And the basket is good. Got it to go through on the contact, so a free throw coming up. A great opportunity for a three-point play.
You know, on the topic of Wesley Johnson, I remember him in college. I remember the guy who took over games and even showed a certain toughness when he did it. He hasn't gotten to that point here in the pros, so he may soon be entering a crossroads in his career.
And here's Green outside. Steph Curry with the rebound. Golden State's gone 4 of 6 from three-point land since the start of the second half. From deep. Can't get it to go. So the Clippers will take it the other way. Crawford kicks to Aldridge. Here's Green. He's on target from 8 feet out. Green's got his first basket.
And he placed that pass out in front of him and let him just run into it in rhythm.
Rivers against Curry. Fires the 3, and that one's good.
And they clearly are just destroying this group right now from the three-point line.
Yeah, and the defense knows it. I mean, they are fully stretched out trying to stop the three-point shot and still haven't been able to do it.
And at the end of the third quarter, a huge lead in this one may already have been decided. The Warriors on top, running away with it. It's the NBA on 2K Sports from Oracle Arena in Oakland, California. And thanks again for joining us. Let's see what happens here in the fourth. The Warriors shooting a mind-boggling 79% off the floor. Setting the floor for the Clippers. Johnson is out there with Pierce. Then there's Cole Aldrich. Then there's Austin Rivers. And it's Wilcox in at the 2. Off target from three-point range. No one near Curry as he lets it go. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson. Thompson's got 3 assists in the game. And it's Pierce in the corner. There's the pick. Got a piece of it. Iguodala dishes to Curry. From deep, another 3 for Golden State.
They are wreaking havoc on them with the three-point shot here.
The defense has no answer right now. Even when they've gotten a hand up, it has not seemed to matter.
Iguodala with the steal. And the foul on Paul Pierce. That's his first foul.
Yeah, clearly he hadn't established position there.
Yeah, and I like this call because you want the refs in that situation. If there's any doubt, err on the side of giving the benefit of the doubt to the offensive player. That should have been a block, and it was.
Pablo Prigioni is checked in for Los Angeles. Wide open, couldn't capitalize. And Los Angeles guys shooting at 46%, making some buckets. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Andre Iguodala. That's his 3rd foul of the game. Wilcox passes to Prigioni. We've gone about a minute and a half into the fourth quarter. Can't cash in from the high post.
Personal foul. CJ Wilcox. First personal foul.
Putting you in. Let's go.
Now here's Curry. From beyond the arc and then some. Curry's got 9 points now in the quarter.
And what's gotten into him today? This is getting ridiculous.
And Draymond Green picks up the foul. That's his 4th foul of the contest. And the Warriors with some changes. Spates checked in for Draymond Green. Barbosa comes in for Klay Thompson. And it's Livingston in for Curry.
Sean Livingston.
Game moves along. 2 minutes gone here in the fourth. Prigioni kicks to Aldrich. No good off the front iron. Here's Golden State. Right now they're on a 9-0 run. Here's Barbosa. Johnson with the block. Pierce inside the three-point line, and the Clippers miss again.
Ill-advised shot there, Clark.
Yeah, exactly. That was lower than low percentage.
Here's Iguodala. That is good. Clippers have gotten off to a rough start in the fourth quarter, going 0 for 4 so far. Pass to Johnson. Kicks it to Wilcox. Off the screen. And a big bounce off the rim, but it sinks right in.
You know, the defense has got to do a much better job of fighting over those screens.
And, Greg, especially when the ball is in his hands. I mean, come on now. You know he doesn't miss too many open looks like that.
And the foul on Cole Aldrich. That's his first foul.
Cole Aldrich. First personal foul, team's 3rd.
And just about 3 minutes through the fourth quarter here. Passes to Spates. Launches a 3, and another 3 for Golden State.
Boy, they've gone on this run, and ball movement has been a big key.
It really has, Clark. The defense unable to react as quickly as necessary in terms of dealing with their passing.
And they will call over the back on the play.
Boy, did he go hard to the boards, but clearly went over the back in doing it.
Yeah, kudos for the effort. I always love that kind of effort, but he was just a little overzealous.
Here's Iguodala, and 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there. Wesley Johnson picks one up.
And you know what? Very close to a three-point play right there.
Yeah, he almost got that one down. I mean, those are the kind of aggressive plays coaches love to see.
Shooting two.
That free throw, no good.
And guys, Andre Iguodala entered this league as an athlete with raw skills. And bit by bit, though, he refined his game over the years, except in the one category, free throw shooting. In that one area, he was much better over the first 5 years of his career than he has been the last 5.
Fourth quarter of play, and over 3.5 minutes have gone by. Barbosa. And again, no good by Golden State.
Jeez. Maybe he was trying to show off or something right there.
Is that what you think?
Absolutely.
Instead, it had the opposite effect. He looked foolish.
Here's the Warriors with the ball. They're on a 14-6 run. Iguodala dishes to Spates. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Spates has got 5 points now in the quarter.
Well, if you're going to give them layups, there's no way you're going to get back in this game.
And Paul Pierce with the slam.
Tell you what, he's not an easy guy to stop when he's got his sight on the rim.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher.
Did he just go chop there with that one-hand tomahawk slam and an open path to the hoop there? Easy bucket. We've seen that far too many times today.
Los Angeles has gotten off to an 0-for-2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. 1:36 left to play here in the fourth. Spates with the block, and they get it back. And that one's good.
And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout, big-time dominance, and this will go in the record books as a gaudy win for the Warriors.
And they could do no wrong today, Steve. That's right. This was a team performing to its Clark fullest capability.
Yeah, and a very satisfying win for them, too. A game to remember, and on the other side, definitely one you want to forget as soon as possible.
And what a huge standout performance it was for Curry. You have to focus on the steals he came up with. They were huge factors in the end result.
Livingston passes to Iguodala. That drops, and it comes off the assist from Livingston.
Didn't take their time in wrapping this game up. They came out with a sense of urgency.
Nice ending spurt to polish it off. Once they had him on the ropes, they started throwing haymakers at him.
The whole knockout blow.
For the Clippers, Crawford comes in for Wilcox, and it's Austin Rivers in for Pablo Prigioni. 50 seconds left in the fourth quarter. It's Pierce with the drive. Here's Aldridge. Drops in the layup for 2.
His hard work on the backboard really just has given them more opportunities to score.
Here is Livingston. He's guarded by Rivers. A one near Iguodala as he lets it go. Another 3 for Golden State.
And you can sense the fact that they didn't want to let the fans down here. It's been a fun night to be in the building.
Greg, it really has been. I mean, such a lively, vibrant atmosphere, and no doubt that played a part in the big win.
Looking at who's out there now for the Warriors. Green, he's checked in for Spates. Klay Thompson comes in for Leandro Barbosa. And Curry subbed in for Sean Livingston. Curry against Rivers. And Curry, here we go.
And you can see he just didn't get squared up with his feet.
Greg, those are always tough to judge, but I think the official got that one right.
Stephen Curry hits them both. Now Rivers. see the Warriors taking the game here. And the outcome of this one was never in doubt.